That's where you're supposed to sneak in a level.
Hi everyone, welcome to Total Party Killing It. Last week, or session as it were, the gang finished up their exploration of Fangberry, delivered the berries to Bakken's hut.
Davis said it's going to be until we hit level 4, basically. But, when I ordered it from Oleg, he was like, oh, it'll take time to get in. But I had basically used my money to buy the rune that gives you more weapon damage.
And they made their way back to Oleg's to turn in some quests. They did some shopping in the evening, and then after that, we ended the evening. Oh, side note, they also met with a gentleman named Jad Kavken, who had given them a quest to go and see if they can't do something about a temple of Erastill and help clean it out so he can reconsecrate it. With that being said, how you guys doing tonight?
Good. A little under the weather, but...
Well, stop that.
The weather sucks, so you should avoid the weather
Yeah.
at all costs.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
That is true. It is disgusting outside.
It is disrespectful outside.
In the Midwest of the United States, the weather is hot trash.
Not to be confused with trashy hot.
This is true. Yes.
Or cold trash. It's definitely...
It's definitely a hot trash. Yeah. Anyway, so last week you guys did some shopping, picked up some stuff, turned in a couple of quests, and met a couple of new people. You have gotten a slight amount of information, but you're still not quite sure where where the Stag Lord is hiding. But you did get a nudge to go and try to find a Temple of Erastill. You believe it to be in the forests of the Greenbelt, which is kind of to the west there. You're not exactly sure where it is, but obviously there's only so much ground that you have to cover, and hope to find it.
I thought you said that the Greenbelt was that entire area we have.
It
that
is.
I outlined right there. Okay.
It is, but
basically in the area we've been previously traveling. It's somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the forested area to the west.
Oh, it's specifically in the forested area. Okay.
What's going on with this box, by the way?
So the box is a representation of where the green belt, what is considered the green belt.
Oh, see, I thought it was this green belt in the middle.
No.
Rookie mistake.
No, it's trust me, it's that, and then underneath that you have Tuskwater and the Kame Lands and the Sellen Hills, and it's like little bands across the way. So it's the way everything's named is kind of odd, and it definitely doesn't have like very specific like that mountain area to the east, like that doesn't have a name. That's part of I think 2 or 3 different zones, as it were.
Got it.
So it's a little goofy in how some of the stuff is kind of laid out. Granted, there are also other areas to the west that are a little more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Organized. But anyway, with that being said, what do you guys want to do?
Guess we'll go hunt down these ruins for this to purify them.
Okay.
Unless anyone else has anything else to do.
No, and like the druid has like no rough guesstimate where it is. Like
Somewhere in the green belt, in the forested area.
Okay.
If you don't name this episode Erastill looking for Erastill, I'm gonna be angry.
Alright, so we should just head.
Message me that so I remember.
Say we just head here and just start looking around. What do you guys think? It's like the closest part of the forested greenbelt area to us.
I mean,
Sounds
shit,
like a plan.
might as well.
Excellent.
Oh, Joel, that would be you. Lead us on, fearless leader.
Ah,
Go left.
don my cloak, and I go left.
All right. So
No, left.
I
here.
thought he said Weast.
No. You said all right, and then I said no, left.
Oh.
The other
The other left. Is that where y'all wanted to go? That's where I thought I saw the ping.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
That's
I know.
Cool.
Right.
I was just riffing on the left.
Right, left.
Who's on first?
Exactly.
So while I didn't necessarily have it, the goblins start fighting again.
Yeah, the goblins are here.
Feeding
roll
those,
for initiative.
feeding those gremlins after midnight.
Right here.
Let's face it, Beans is kind of a goblin.
I mean, they're both goblins. They both look like goblins. They both sound like goblins.
They
Yep.
are.
They must know you're talking about them.
Y'all need to get that recorded for background noise.
Pretty sure we just recorded it.
Yep. Technically we did. So, with that being said, as a reminder, it's been a minute since you guys have come across this this particular place. But this is where you came across those moon radishes. This was some time ago.
I don't recall that.
Not
at all.
just moon radishes,
Do what?
cobalt and moon radishes.
It was the kobolds, and I forget if you guys killed them or if they ran away, but largely irrelevant, because it is empty here. But you do come across kind of that same area of being like, oh yeah, I remember this place.
Okay.
There's some funky fruits that grew over here.
So thou just lead us wherever you want to go. Like, if you want to take a west, you want to go northwest, whatever, south, southeast, whatever.
I will let you know.
Oh,
just,
hey,
just-
can I take a roll? Go on.
yes, you can, and B, I believe every grid only has one thing in it. So if there is
Oh,
something,
good to know.
if there is something marked, I am not positive, as I have not read every single one of these.
What?
I know there's a lot of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
But as far as I have been able to discern, there is only ever one thing in each of the grids, if anything. Not all of them have something, but none of them have two, from what I've seen. Anyway,
Okay.
what are you survivaling?
Well, and you know what? I just realized it might have been a nature, but to kind of see, well, you know what? Who knows? Typically, in this case, I'd be like trying to pathfind. Hence
Sounds
the
like he's
name.
trying to survival this conversation.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Did I survive?
I mean, with the 24, you managed to survive the conversation. Although you
thank God.
you do take a D6 of psychic damage.
Because of the awkwardness?
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
All right.
Everybody's staring at you.
Oh, it's awful. Wow.
Okay. I need you to roll me a survival check.
Just did.
I need you to roll me.
Oh, I guess you want another one.
survival check. Okay.
How about same plus one?
A 25 will succeed. So, as you come up, you find. Hold on, GB2. Sorry, I'm trying to find exactly what the Alright, cool. You notice kind of hovering out or sitting somewhere kind of up in the trees. Two little creatures. Let me find or see if they have handouts for them.
If they don't, I have questions.
They do have handouts. Sorry, I'm their names are very weird. You see these two things, and I believe they are both small.
It's Statler and Waldorf.
Not
Sitting
quite.
in a
The
tree.
inventor of the salad?
Don't fuck with Brandon and I's characters.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah.
Oh, the one's cute. The one's not.
Half cute.
So, fey creatures, huh?
Yes, you see two fey creatures, and they're kind of hanging out, kind of up in a nest, and you see them kind of watching you.
I know I have elven lore as one of my abilities. I believe, now is this true in this game that elves are of the fey realm originally?
You.
Basically, I'm gonna try to say, what do our legends recall about these things?
I'm gonna say yes, and I think you are from this area, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can roll. If you have a history that you want to roll, that's probably what it would be, or a lore. I don't know what lore you have.
Elven lore.
You have Elvish lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work as well. Just given that you're from these lands, I would say there's some of it. Okay, cool. Yes, you do recognize these as being fey creatures. Question?
Is that all I get?
No, I'm not done.
What kind of
Is that what
fey
you got from
creatures?
I-23 Fate Plane?
Do what?
I rolled a lore
No,
check
go
for
on.
Fate Plane, and you're like, yeah, they're Fey. I'm like, what?
Oh, you have a. I didn't. Sorry, Jubei. I did not see your lore.
Yeah.
Yes. So your lore and Faujol's
lore roll
elven
either.
history kind of both.
I rolled a GM.
Yeah, give you both kind of similar information. So, Jubei, the things that you know about these creatures, a lot of historically and typically fey creatures are usually kind of tricksters. They have a tendency to play around. They're typically fairly mischievous. But most of the time they are not evil. They have a tendency to be good or neutral and more and pretty much chaotic. I mean, chaotic good, chaotic neutral, somewhere in that. Every once in a while, that there is histories of, obviously, chaotic evil fey creatures, although those are usually a little more obvious, and but it is obviously hard to tell. You do recognize the dragon-like creature is a what is he called? He is a fairy dragon, and the other
Makes sense.
and the other creature is known as a grig. Let me see if I have anything
What?
more.
What language do the Fae typically speak?
I think Sylvan.
Yes, Sylvan.
Thought it was Sylvan too.
Yes, Sylvan is the
I
language.
speak Sylvan as well.
Yep.
Huzzah!
So
Very nice.
oh neat.
I'm sorry. What was Tig? What was the creature that is Tig? What is that type?
It is called a
grig?
grig. Grig.
Grig.
Yeah, you've heard stories. So Jubei, that's kind of what you know. Like that probably also the Tig Tittertut, the Grig is a tiny creature. So you just barely noticed them, Thal. And I think the dragon is small.
Like a cat?
Yeah, I think it's about cat-sized, but let me double
Yeah.
check.
Cat-sized dragon. I love it. I want to be that character next game.
I know in nope, it is tiny as well.
Oh.
That's what she said.
So which I think cats are considered tiny creatures. So yeah, it's probably about cat-sized.
Excellent.
So yeah, so of the lore, like, you know that most of the time, again, lore-wise, most of the time, you know that a lot of fey creatures have innate spellcasting that deals with illusion and kind of magic
Mind
along
control or
those
sleep or
lines.
something?
Thaujol, you've heard stories that it is very common in a lot of the places in the Stolen Lands as a whole that there are just groups of fey creatures that happen to be here, and they like to taunt, torment, play with, pick on just humans, people. And for the most part, they do have that tendency to do that. So they kind of will taunt and torment. Sometimes they help.
Mischievous.
Sometimes they don't. Again, they're devious. They're mischievous. You've heard stories of. 1 second.
Regale us with those stories.
You specifically, there's a story that you recall where there was a fey creature. There's a gentleman that was he was dehydrated. He was starved for water, and a fey creature led him to a lake.
Poison.
And the gentleman was able to drink his fill. What the fey creature failed to mention was that the lake was filled with frogs, with giant frogs, and those frogs ate the man. So again, very much, they can be both helpful and harmful, kind of at the same time. They gave him what he wanted, which was water.
Classic prank.
But at the end of the day, it was a prank, and they don't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Genie wish.
Yeah, they very much that is a very common thing with them. Again, they are, but I mean, you've also heard of stories of, them stealing stuff from adventurers. They would steal candles and pens and utensils and cooking implements and whatever it may be, weapons sometimes, and just take them and just like put them in inconvenient places, just because it's funny. Like, you're a short gnome and you can't climb that tree. Sorry, your bag's up there now. Deal with it. Like,
Very fey-like.
kind of very, mischievous and devious, but not necessarily like, it's not harmful in a way. I mean, obviously it could be if you can't get your stuff and you die because of it, but not
You're
necessarily.
not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Yeah, and they're not necessarily evil in how they do things, but they do have a tendency to like just
Chaotic,
pick on people. Yes, but all of your stories, Jubei and Thal, everything that you recall is that they are chaotic. For certain, that they are almost always chaotic. They always have that that deviousness to them, and it is a very common trait that comes across. With that being said, they're basically just hanging up and watching you. They're not doing anything. I mean, they do take note that you guys noticed them. But with that being said,
And what typically in these stories is the risk reward for interacting with them?
it's usually
For the most part, it seems like death.
well,
So far, but that's just a small sampling.
that was a small sampling. Most of the time, the kind of the risk and reward is usually annoyance or not discomfort, but just kind of like can't think of the other word that I want to use. But basically, it's just kind of it's an annoyance thing. Like, if you give them what they want, you can often get information from them as well. That's a thing that another thing you hear from the stories is, if you play their game, you might get something from them. It might be information. If you're looking for a place or a thing or a person that has traveled through the lands or exists in the lands, if you play their game, you might find information from them about it.
And in the stories that Jubei and I know, is there like some type of ritual that ends up with like a good? I say ritual. I mean, like, if you give them a ripe turnip, they will bestow upon you great tidings.
You give them a cookie type shit.
Yeah.
There is nothing specific that is like, oh, this is the item that you give them.
Objects.
Right.
No theme.
No, it seems to be mostly like, if you play with their wit and you kind of do what you can with their jests, and you kind of befriend them at their own game, kind of thing, is usually they will kind of assist you.
That sounds like a monkey's paw to me, but
these remind me of those little elemental spirits in Tomb of Annihilation.
So, I will.
I was thinking of the Kodama from Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, that is actually that's a good one.
So, with that being said, I would say that you did a recall knowledge with your elven lore, and Jubei, similar thing. That did either of you critically succeed? You both rolled pretty good.
What does a crit succeed? I forgot.
I'm looking.
Rolled 10 over
over?
DC.
Yeah.
I don't know what the DC was.
Yeah,
That's exactly
I'm not
what I was
telling
about
you.
to say.
I'm not telling you.
Well, I'll just buy a book and look it up then.
He said, I'll find out for my damn self.
So, with that being said, I will also say, I think between the two of you, I'm going to give you a little bit of this. You know that they can be bribed, although the word
With a turnip?
the word bribe, and if it is used, is often considered like it will kind of break the gift.
Because it is a gift.
Yeah,
it's a gift for services that they have not rendered yet. A gift of appreciation.
Specifically, what it is that you can give them, neither of you can really recall. You don't know what's good or bad, but you do know.
Do we have any silverware?
That you can gift them things.
I bet you they would go for a silver spoon. Oh.
What?
I got it. I think I know what fey creatures might like.
Okay.
So, I have an idea. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone else have an idea? Because I got a thought.
Well, clearly you have a thought, so.
Corla does not know shit about Fae, so.
Well, I still like to put it out there. It's not a one-man show, or one-elf show in this case. I got a whole bunch of these marbles, and I don't know. It just seems to me that Faye might like some marbles.
You also have a bag with a head in it, don't you?
That is true.
No. I think I took the head out. It's gone now.
Oh no, that's right. You gave the head up because it was for something.
Yeah.
You gave somebody head?
Heyo.
Oh.
You're fired.
No.
Anyway.
As a Fey-touched gnome, can I make a roll on something to determine whether that sounds like a good idea or a bad idea?
Yeah, like if you like marbles, it's probably a good thing that they'd like. If you're Fey touched.
Yes, I will. I will give you another one, and I will actually lower the DC of what you're rolling for because of your Fey touchedness.
So do
Come on,
another
guys.
Fey
Show
touch
him
lore?
all your
Yeah.
stuff. Show him all your stuff. See if there's anything that he likes.
Okay. Yeah. So You roll again, and you're like, hold on a second. I know about these gifts. You know specifically shiny bits of jewelry, alcohol, sugary foods, and potions are particularly good at winning them over.
So the Fey folk are Americans?
Let me guess. Somebody stole your sweet roll.
On the contrary, items that have cold iron incorporated into them are typically
Specifically
generally
cold iron.
not liked and will often cause issue.
So what was the good list again? Shiny bits and potions.
Shiny
Jewelry, potions,
Alcohol.
sweet foods, alcohol.
Yep. That's it. 4
I
items.
think that was it.
Oh shoot! I mean, I just got this Stag Lord amulet, the shiny, but I bet you that if they know anything about that, I don't know. I don't know if they'd like that.
I thought we sold all of our Stag Lord amulets.
Well, apparently I wasn't around that week.
Yeah, you don't have those anymore. You traded them all in.
Golly.
Yeah, that was part of our quest thing. We traded all those in for money.
Well, did y'all at least get credit for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let me pull up the Kingfaker Discord here real quick. Because I wrote down the amount of money that everybody got. So if you weren't here the last time we played, you get 37 gold points and 3 silver. And if there
37
was,
gold points.
right, if there was anything you would have wanted to buy with your money while we were in Oleg's, just let Davis know, and I'm sure he'll finagle it because we technically spent the time there. You just weren't here to play, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think I can wait until next time. I gotta think about it anyway.
Sure. That's always allowed.
Yeah, so,
How do I delete this thing?
what do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, how much is a lesser potion of healing to replace?
They're what, 6 gold or something?
Like
They're,
trivial.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're not.
Excellent. That's what I wanted to make sure. I mean, I still think the marbles are shiny. I don't know if that counts, but I got the little potion of healing too.
Okay.
I mean, what, you want to throw something in on top of this? Y'all got anything y'all think works? Cool.
I have to check my inventory list. Give me a moment. I need to look through shit to see.
Nope.
Like,
now.
you got that much inventory? Golly.
Mine's
Yeah, I don't
Keep in
have
mind, I'm the one who writes down all the loot. Like I was saying.
me.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to do
Not
it no
really.
matter what. I mean, I'm just gonna say, you know, I'll let them have their pick of a marble or two or whatever, and then give them a little potion in the most respectful way possible.
Fucking throw it at him and put one marble in a sling and hit one when it flies away.
That's the most respectful.
I don't think that's how you befriend them. Assuming that's what you're
You
trying
don't
to
you
do.
don't think they'd like that?
No, I personally no, I don't think they would.
Oh,
Put the
well, I
grasshopper
would
one in
actually
put the grasshopper one in a jar.
with some holes in the top. I would probably extend like open hands, like, you know, up with
Sure.
the items and just kind of set them down.
Okay. So you're gonna put your stuff down.
You know,
Yeah, like and give it to it like as an offering, you know, just feel like I respect the people of the forest.
Cool.
I get this.
Does anyone else want to join in this?
I mean, I will help him if he wants help, but I don't have.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I don't
be there
know.
with him.
I mean, I
Would a
assume
gold
we're
coin
all
be
with there
something?
with. We're all with.
yeah, but
him,
like
right?
up there with them. I'll be
Yeah.
like, these good people. I want to try to vouch for them.
Yeah, like I'm
I'm gonna
not.
just try to use my face street cred.
You
Oh
face-
wait! I'm gonna give them a present. Y'all gonna sign the card?
Yeah.
No. I'm just watching. I'm just like
I'm watching.
We're in the area with. We're not handing it out with you.
Okay.
I'll find one of my shiniest coins.
Dude, I'm like,
What
And
Your
add it to the
token
pile.
black friend when you're trying to get off MLK Day.
specifically,
I think you'd want me up there with you.
Durak? What coin? Like, what are you going to put down?
Literally the shiniest one.
Okay.
So you tell me which one is the
think you mean-
shiniest. It
I
doesn't
think
matter
you mean,
because I
like-
have a copper, I have a silver,
Yeah,
and I
but
have a gold.
all coins can be
So
shined.
my
And-
question
and-
is, what kind of value of coin are you trying to put down?
Don't cheap out now.
Not
I don't
not
have
to,
an opinion.
not to put such a specific point on it. You have a super shiny of all three of those coins.
Oh, okay.
We'll
Well, then
say.
I'll
Don't-
use a
don't
gold
cheap
just
out.
because
Okay.
it's better.
Okay.
I don't know if there's an opinion on fake
I mean-
creatures. Shit, why not all
You,
three?
you might want to give them
And-
one apiece.
I'll give them all the shinies.
Okay.
Give one a gold. Give the okay. It's all good.
Well, if how much space are you giving them after you set
Well-
these items down?
Once, I would assume we all kind of can see cues, like like any animal. But it's like if they seem receptive, you give it to them, you back up slowly. It's like when you meet a stray dog that seems friendly or a cat. You just if they're not friendly though.
So they're kind of like watching you and the item. I mean,
I came very close to them, for
Well-
what it's worth.
I mean, you came as close as they would let you come to them.
Okay, cool.
They're fairly high up in the trees, and they are making a point to not let you get close to them.
Oh, okay. I
Uh,
see. Well, and then I say in Sylvan, welcome and thank them for their, for being them.
Their benevolence.
Their benevolence.
So they obviously have to come down to grab these things.
I'm not gonna wait around for that.
Okay.
I want them to be comfortable.
All right. So
Very respectful. I appreciate that.
So again, specifically, are you just leaving? Or
I mean, I'll be around in the area, but they're fey creatures. They know where to find me.
okay. And the rest of you guys?
I
If
will.
he sits it down, I'm ready to just beat feet with him. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
All right. Cool. So
Just kind of make a little gesture and say, "Hey."
So Thaljol, Durak, the two of you guys kind of put your things down and kind of offer it, and Thal, you kind of say your piece to them. I need both Thal and Durak to roll me diplomacy checks.
They're gonna die.
I know, right? It's not one of my strong suits. I probably farted right before I handed it to them, and then scratched my butt and pulled it from my front pocket when they wanted it from the back pocket.
Pulled it from your front butt.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just... This is how you wake up with a broken longbow. That's what happens.
Should have gave that buffalo wing to that NPC.
You goofed up. So anyway, all right, cool. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys going to carry on, or?
Oh, I want to do my weather thing since that's good once a day, and one of these things is once a day.
Okay.
You do my weather thing, don't you?
I forget. What is it?
You do my weather thing. All right, let me see.
You do?
Yeah, there it is. You're welcome. That's a lot of words.
What's your bonus? 7? Isn't it something dumb?
I'll do a survival check, and
Yeah,
then
what's-
you.
What is your survival like? It's a plus what?
Survival is it's an 8 altogether.
Okay.
It's +8.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, that for the next day, you have a pretty good idea of kind of what the weather's going to be. It will likely be a relatively cool day. The wind isn't blowing super hard, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any heavy precipitation. Maybe a little bit of rain throughout the day, but nothing more than like a sprinkle here or there.
You wanna push on through the night? Seems like there's not gonna be any rain or bad weather.
I'm down.
All
So
right.
we're not gonna make camp.
Do we need to make camp?
I mean, do you want to
I
sleep?
mean, do we need to rest to avoid exhaustion?
Yeah.
That is-
I don't know. Do we?
that is a thing, yes.
Oh well, then I guess so.
Unless everybody wants to roll me survival checks or get fatigued. Or
Well,
con, I think.
this is how we end up losing our weapons.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just y'all.
I think that, yeah, it's like, this is how you end up losing your weapon.
Yeah,
We're
don't
not-
think
we're
that
not
they
the
didn't
ones that
notice
make
we were all hanging out.
Or we're gonna wake up
Um,
somewhere and there's gonna be a giant silver crossbow laying there or something.
I mean,
Yeah, that could be too.
I mean, for what it's worth, Jubei doesn't use weapons.
True.
Well, that's true.
I hurt you another way.
Emotionally, mentally,
Yeah.
electrically.
Electrically.
Nope, I'm sticking with my pronunciation. All right. So you guys sleep through the evening. What is your well, actually, I assume everybody's on watch at some point.
Word.
Yeah.
So Sadie, you hear
Only 3 watches through the night, right?
it's 4.
Okay. Gotcha.
You hear off in the distance. Oh, sorry. Ugh. What sounds to be
Why?
someone yelling.
Like for help, or just like yelling like they're fighting, or
It sounds like.
Sound like Falchel.
Sounds like what?
Does
Like
it sound like
Falchel.
Falchel?
No, it does not.
Which is very confusing for me when I wake up.
It sounds like 2 people arguing.
Do they have tiny voices?
No, they do not. They sound.
I'm asleep. You don't have to answer my questions.
Well, you asked it, and I'm answering it for Sadie.
Oh, excellent.
But they are arguing incredibly loudly. It sounds like they're probably. Again, it's the middle of the night, so obviously it's dark. Maybe 100, 200 feet away from you.
all right, I'm honestly not gonna wake anybody up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of remain silent. Well, try to remain silent. Cinch up on old Pierce Bronson over here.
Okay.
And then just, I mean, I'm confident I could probably take 2 people if shit hits the fan. And if not, I'll fucking kick somebody in the leg and tell them to wake up real quick.
Okay. Okay. So. That goes on for like 20 minutes.
Does it sound like it's getting any closer?
Nope.
No? Okay.
And it's just loud enough that you can hear it, but unless you move closer, you can't really understand what's being said. You can kind of catch phrases, and like I said, it sounds like it's 2 individuals arguing with each other.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to leave the camp, so.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Ardor.
Am I sleeping?
Yes. Sadie,
Okay.
you are now asleep.
When I do wake Ardor up, I will let him know.
Okay. This is actually after you would have been Jubei.
Okay, so Jubei, I tell Jubei
Okay.
that I heard some people arguing. I thought it was best to not leave, and I was pretty confident I could handle 2 people. So keep your eyes out.
Jubei, the rest of your watch goes.
I slept through my watch.
Yeah, not like nothing happens. Ardor, about 60 feet outside of your camp, out into the darkness, you see a pair of lights kind of just fade in, and they're moving kind of around the trees, kind of towards you, and then back away. And they're kind of, for lack of better terms, kind of just like dancing around. And they're about 60 feet away.
I'll probably just have my sword ready, but I would not approach them.
Okay.
Just staying with the party.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
No, I'm just watching them.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Fireflies are nice this time of year, huh?
I'm sure I've probably heard of Wisp or dancing lights in the forest. I'm just watching it. I've never seen them before. I'm not going to go
Chasing
looking
after
for
them.
trouble.
Nope.
Davis is like,
Good
y'all
idea.
are fucking up my dumb fuck trap.
No.
It's
Maybe,
probably
like-
the 2 fucking Fae trying to figure out how to get close to us.
Plus, it's dark. I can't see that well. I see lights in the distance. I'm watching them.
Yeah, kind of, and just so you know, they seem to shed about as much light as you would expect a torch to shed.
Okay.
So they're relatively bright. And the rest of the night goes uneventful. You guys wake up. Where to today?
I'll let the party know that I saw dancing lights. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Y'all are killing me. Y'all saw this stuff? Y'all didn't wake me up?
No.
Was I supposed to?
Oh my
I mean,
god.
they weren't threatening
Y'all are
us.
killing me.
Next time I'll interrupt your sleep.
Please, if anything strange happens, always feel free to interrupt my sleep.
I mean, he's the scout after all.
All right, where to?
Shall we break north? Northwest?
Sure.
Left.
North left.
North left.
North left?
Right.
No, left.
Left,
Correct.
right.
Right. Left. No.
Left, right.
That's how we grind out experience.
That's how we also get an extra man in the cheat code. Left, right, left.
And up, down.
Thought it was start select.
Evan, have you put on your cloak of invisibility, or are you pooping?
I'm in the kitchen putting together my lunchbox because I
Oh.
realized that I forgot to put it together before starting D&D.
He's pooping.
He's-
In the kitchen.
He's pooping.
Hey. Yeah.
If we hear him grunt, we know. Ah,
If
get
it
that
makes
ham
you feel
sandwich.
any better, here is literally my lunchbox.
Really? A Red's lunchbox?
It was free.
Okay. Crips and Bloods.
I don't
free.
judge.
Mike, that
I
was
don't
terrible.
judge. You can have whatever color lunchbox you want.
No, they mean red.
I'm
Like
just
a
saying he's taking
baseball
gang
team.
affiliations with his job that he has.
Oh
He's
my-
probably part of the.
Mike,
Shut the fuck up.
you're an idiot.
Guys, there's no Bloods and Crips in Cincinnati. It's the lonely. It's the. What do they call themselves? The fucking. Oh, there's. It's something called like broken-hearted felons or something dumb like that.
Wow.
And they all literally have
don't
like
have gang
tattoos of
affiliation.
broken hearts.
We're gonna get demonetized.
That's
Don't
fine.
do
We monetized?
He meant to say
I was
demonized.
gonna say we need to be monetized before we can be demonetized.
So with that being said,
now
unless-
a word from our sponsor.
unless you guys want to do something, nothing immediately stands out to you here.
No, I mean, I guess I'll do a survival check or a perception or something. There's something on every grid, is what I heard earlier.
No, I
He
said
not
there's-
every grid has something. More than likely,
But there's
they
usually
do.
one thing per.
Yes.
So there's if you find something,
No,
you're
he
done.
said there's no more than one thing per.
Moving on.
Yes. So, as you are kind of looking around, I need you to give me a dex save, Thalshol.
Oh my god.
Or reflex. Sorry, reflex.
Wait, I don't see reflex. I got dex
No, it's in the
and
middle.
I got acrobats.
Nope, it should be right
In the middle, where it says Fortitude, Reflex, Will, right under
Yep.
saving throws. Right underneath Armor class is saving throws.
Oh, there we go. Got it. Thank you.
Oh yeah. So as you are kind of reconnoitering and
Good word,
walking
good word.
around,
That counts. That's a good word. Yeah.
yeah, you're welcome. You fairly easily managed to dodge a trap that was set. It was probably set for a lighter creature than you, like a hare or perhaps a bird, small bird, something of that description.
So a snare.
Yes. You set it off and then managed to fairly easily be like, oh shit, and you just dodge out of the way. No problem. But once you notice this, it occurs to you that this whole area seems to be set with these traps. Some smaller.
Do they look like they would? Do they look like they'd severely hurt my friends?
Some of them would.
Oh.
You do come across a couple that are for larger creatures like a deer. And
Because, you know, for half a second, I thought about not telling.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
You you know that the deer ones would absolutely do real damage to your compatriots.
Well, I'm gonna warn them to be very careful and kind of show them the ways of the road, so that they don't hurt themselves. We don't need any of that kind of nonsense on this journey.
Cool. Well, good news. With your ability, you do manage to kind of miss most of them.
Most of them.
Well, any of the ones that you came across, you basically don't.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
For a moment there, I was like, well, this is unfortunate.
Nope. All right.
All right, so shall we go west, like left west, or shall we go south left?
I mean, it could
Shall
be,
we do?
it
Shall we do
could,
one or B?
could be
B.
any of those squares, even with the most minute bit of forest in it. So who knows, really? I mean, those little spots are still probably miles long, or a mile long at
No,
least.
wait. What are we looking for?
A temple?
Good times.
Temple. XP.
Oh,
Did you say the Temple of a Khan?
No.
Okay.
all right. That's where we've moved.
Alright, so I'm gonna mark this one and this one as you guys have kind of
Appreciate.
found those. Yeah. Do what you do. What are you guys doing?
I'm doing a perception check,
Okay.
And if need be, oh, see, there
yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So you come out, and
And find nothing.
probably actually, but let me look.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You rolled way too dang well.
I know.
All right. Yeah, you don't. You do not come across anything.
Yeah, I mean that's the only time I do critical successes. I mean, let's be honest. We'll do south left again.
Okay. All right. You know what to do.
I mean, would it be better for me to do a survival?
All right, that's entirely up to you. Depends on how you're trying to find stuff here. If you're just searching, or
Well, I
if
guess
you're...
I could do both. Let's do perceive first.
I would
See
say
if I see a big temple.
so. I'm going to say you can pick one or the other
Ah,
because
for
it is
Christ's
kind of
sake.
the thing that you're doing throughout the course of the day. It is not just a like I'm going to stand here and search because these squares I think take up like 10 miles or 15 miles.
Yeah,
So
big.
it's kind
Now-
of a day-long thing that you're doing.
So this temple, are there people that I wish I had been there for the conversation. Are there people that are inhabiting it? Is there any reason to suspect there'd be footprints?
No.
Okay, well
No,
I'll go with perception then.
Yeah, you are specifically going there to try to clear it of any dangers that may lurk there, so it can be reconsecrated.
Waters, animals, demons,
Yeah.
traps.
Yeah, you once again, there is nothing of note here. I know.
Do I need to announce? We are going right.
Oh no, I didn't. All right. Yeah, roll it. Hit it.
Does anyone have better
Actually,
perception than me?
For what it's worth, as you are searching this area, you come across a gentleman. It looks like
No, watch out.
is probably a trapper. And he
A
is
gentleman trapper.
and he is buried underneath several large logs.
Now I gotta help him. When you say buried, does he seem broken or just trapped?
He seems dead.
Ah, for crap's sake.
But is he going to be okay?
As the healer.
Yeah, any of y'all got talk to dead or whatever? Well, I
No.
guess we'll just search him. I'll loot the body. I mean, I'm not saying I'll keep anything. I'll just see if there's anything important to our search.
Or like a...
Well, we should probably try to
Identification
move the
kickback.
boulder off of him first.
Yeah.
It is
Logs, right?
logs. It is
I'm sorry,
large
logs.
logs.
Were the
Nah.
logs set intentionally, or does it look like they fell?
Give me a perception check, my good sir.
Can I assist him in that in any way?
Sure.
To give him like,
Yeah. The both of you.
do you want me?
The both of you can look. Oh yeah.
I don't even know.
So so Durak, Thaujol, as you are kind of investigating this, at first it's very obvious. You're looking and you're like, oh, this was clearly a trap that he had set. In fact, Thaujol, you're like, oh, I've seen one of these. This looks very familiar. It looks a lot like one of the other traps that you had seen that was existed for larger creatures.
I go, all right, let's get these logs off of him and see what we can find, and I'll make a strength roll to
Durak.
try and...
and Thaujol, as you are looking, Korla, as they're kind of like investigating, you're just like, huh, huh, and you're just like moving them off, like the logs off. They're pretty big. Like you succeeded, but it takes like a fair amount of effort to like move these. So how this guy did it by himself is like, you're like, all right, this dude clearly like knew what he was doing. But you find that basically it was a log trap, so the logs were held up by a rope. You find this rope, and it looks like it was cut and not triggered.
Oh, guy was murdered, huh?
Da-da-da.
Murdered.
Dun dun dun. Myrtleated.
All right. Well, you know what happens next, right? We gotta see. We gotta see if there are any footprints in the area, but I can barely see my own. So
Gotta do an investigation.
So, for what it's worth, as you are looking around, you notice in one of the basically there's a stump maybe 5 feet away from his body, and there is a hatchet that is buried in it. Next to the stump, there is a water skin, a backpack, sleeping bag, spool of cord, a couple strips of linen, and enough materials to craft a couple of snares.
how we doing on food?
Snare parts in our back, in our loot pack.
Do we need to snare any animals for food, or are we doing pretty good on rations?
Thaujol, as you are looking at these materials, these are absolutely the exact same materials as what you had found in the area to the north. The other area that was trapped, these are the same.
Yeah.
This seems very much like it was almost certainly that guy. Give me a survival check. Okay.
A little bit better.
There is a thing. You've traveled these lands enough, and if anybody else wants to roll in on this to try to get information, let me know before I start going into
What kind? Survival?
survival.
It doesn't cost you anything to roll.
Bloop. I have a +7. I rolled a. Yeah, I didn't know help.
You pick up nothing out of this.
Absolutely none.
Okay. Thaujol, as you are kind of looking over all of this and kind of trying to figure out, what exactly is going on here, it occurs to you that most of those traps that you had come across in the north were not only hidden from the animals, but also hidden from humanoids as well. And the thing that strikes you odd about that is most of the time when a trapper goes out to try to catch whatever it may be it beaver, bear, or barbarian. I don't know what that last one was. Beaver, bear, elk, deer, whatever it may have been, another bear. It seems very odd, and that it is it seems very odd to you that would happen that way, because most of the time they try to make it obvious as to not catch people in them.
Yeah, and to have people break the traps and things like that inadvertently when they're trying to catch game.
Right. Well, and again...
So these are snares for people as well, perhaps, or maybe fairies or something, depending on the size.
Or the dude was just an asshole.
I mean, if he wanted to reset and set his traps, that's kind of his business.
Yep.
But I mean, if that was the way, if that's how he liked it, live by the joke, die by the joke.
Yep. So, with that being said, the hatchet, if anybody is interested, or actually, I won't say anything
I'm interested.
else. Yeah, now you are. You notice that the hatchet has a very unique look to it. And
Tell
I
me
don't,
more about this look.
and I don't mean that it is fancy, so much as it is the way that the hatchet was formed seemed to have been a cold smithing process. That is to say, it is a cold iron hatchet.
Why? So what is the normal smithing process? It's a hot smithing, a hot process.
So typically, like an iron hatchet or an
Yeah,
iron
you
weapon, you would put it in a forge.
put it in a forge.
You would heat it
Yeah.
up, and then you would forge it. A cold.
So this they just struck a cold object over and over until it got sharp.
And they formed it via basically it was cold as they formed it. They did not use fire to forge it.
Based on any knowledge that I have, is this important to Fae? Is this important to Woods? Is this
That was
important to any
something
local
that he
group?
told us when he was telling us about the Fae, that they do not like cold
They
iron.
do not like cold iron. Yeah, that's right. Okay, just trying to make sure I remembered that correct.
So the thing that is noteworthy here is that for one reason or another, and you do not necessarily know why, but Fae have a tendency to very strongly dislike cold iron.
Well, I'm not going to pick that up, but gives me some ideas about maybe what has occurred.
When he's sitting there looking at it and he kind of places his hand on it and then kind of like removes his hand, like, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I look at him and I kind of go, "What's the matter? Need somebody to help you pull the sword out of the stone?" Kind of making that joke, and I walk over and give it a yank out.
And it comes right out.
I laugh and I'm like, that's not quite what I mean, but be careful with that here in this place.
Kind of
That
looking at
part
it like,
might be why he's dead.
Yeah, and you notice exactly the same thing. Like you recognize that this is a cold iron hatchet.
absolutely. I was gonna say as a
Yeah, you probably know it easier than me. You're just like, yeah.
as a cleric of the Lord of Iron and Steel.
Yep.
I would have been like, "Ooh, this is a special."
And you also
metal.
know, I mean, for what it's worth, you know that cold iron has many uses. There's a reason beyond
Good against werewolves. Kidding, that's silver.
Yeah, but you know that there are creatures beyond. You know, there are certain creatures that are vulnerable or weak to certain properties of weapon. Cold iron being one of them.
Yeah.
So
I look at him and I'm like, "That's a good axe. Why would you not want that?" And I kind of just tuck it back into my bag or into my belt or into a holster, what have you. I'm like, that's a good weapon right there.
As a hunter, do I know anything about the properties of what creatures that might work against? Gnolls, actually specifically.
I
have a unique hatred of gnolls.
Yes, I do remember that. Let me.
Yeah, because I care not if it's hurtful to gnolls.
I do not know. If you want to search.
Now I'm gonna leave this up to the DM's discretion, because I'm lazy.
No, I mean I would. No, I would say like I would roll to see if you know it.
Oh, what do you want me to roll?
Roll your your. Do you have a knowledge? I would say survival if you don't have anything else. If you don't have anything.
I have the only lore that really comes in handy is my lores are elven and tanning.
Yeah, I would say survival then is the only one you would have. That would be...
I don't know nothing about nothing. I know that the fairies don't like it. In all likelihood.
Yeah.
We can't.
And I'm gonna say with your nat 1 negative success, you have no idea. It's been so long since you fought a gnoll. You still hate them quite a lot. But but your knowledge of them seems to be fading from your memories.
You know, I can't quite recall if it's just sharp wood, if it's cold iron. Maybe it's bone arrows. It's something. No.
No one knows.
Yeah, somebody knows, just not me. Gosh, I need to go out there and find one.
All right.
Mix it up.
So,
You said it was a hatchet, right?
yep. Yeah, it's what, a
For some reason, I was just gonna drag a hatchet over to my.
D4 or
but for
D6,
some
I forget
reason-
what it is, but
For
either
some
way.
reason, my character sheet won't load and work unless I pop it out
Oh, weird.
into its own thing. But you can't drag.
Into a popped out one.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, good luck with that. The evening comes. Are you guys doing anything else with that poor dead trapper?
Well, what else did he have on him?
That was basically it.
Oh, just the hatchet was in. He was just like no driver's license, no money, no furs, no nothing. Boy, this is
He did. He
vicious.
did have 3 beaver pelts.
Huh. Yeah, let's take them beaver pelts. That'll be nice trading. We can trade that with somebody. People love beaver pelts. Soft fur.
So, as the night approaches and you guys are setting up camp, Sadie,
Oh,
go on, Thal.
I was just gonna do one more thing and it doesn't have to be now, but I just wanted to see if there was any more sign of those fairies, those fae folk,
Okay.
or any fae folk.
Well, Sadie, if you can give me a perception check.
You did say it was a hatchet, correct?
I did.
Okay. I'm entering it myself since apparently that's what I've got to do.
You hear, once again, as you guys are setting up camp, you're kind of off to the side a little bit. You once again hear 2 voices arguing in the distance.
Do I hear this too? I'm sorry.
You don't right now.
Okay.
Sadie,
Well,
unless Sadie wants to point it out to you, but you guys are like,
I'm making a point to wake up Thal Joel since
Well,
the last time said wake me up.
you guys aren't sleeping yet. You guys are setting up
Okay.
camp, so I assume you're not all just like in each other's assholes as you set up camp. So you are spread out enough, Sadie, whether you're gathering wood for a fire or whatever it may be, kind of everybody's off a little bit from each other.
All right, well, I will return to camp,
Okay.
and I'm like, yeah, I hear them people talking. Well, do I know what direction they're coming?
People?
Yep.
Yeah, remember the other night I told you I heard people talking in sleep.
Yeah.
out
They
in
were
the woods,
speaking
yeah,
a
I
language
hear-
you
I
recognize.
I can't make it out. I just heard them again. Maybe it's just me. Maybe the woods are playing tricks on us.
I know. I think you're
Could-
onto something, Sadie.
Could be them little fairy things y'all talked to a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna
hags.
investigate this.
Or could be hags. Well,
It's true. It's
lure-
true. Could be wood hags.
luring us out to kill us.
Okay.
Yep. Or alligators.
So,
They've been known to cry like babies.
presumably Sadie and Thaljol are checking this out. Is anyone else? Well, I guess Sadie and Thaljol, have you mentioned this to anyone else?
Well, if we're all back in camp-ish, are we back in camp-ish? You said everybody's kind of scattered out.
I mean, you're all kind of. I mean, nobody's far enough away that you couldn't get their attention easily.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not like whistling and hooting, hollering for everybody to come in, but like, if anybody, yeah, I'm not hooty hooing to call the team back or anything. But if if somebody walks by or something, I'm not like keeping it a secret, like hush hush when they walk by.
Okay.
Yeah, as people are walking around, I start making motions just to bring them in. See, I'm a collaborator,
Okay. So, I mean, those of you who are interested and want to go investigate this, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Do what? I'm sorry, I'm still trying to enter that cold iron hatchet into my character sheet.
You're fine. There is basically the arguing that Sadie had heard a couple of nights
other night?
ago has come
Yeah.
back.
Am I awake when it happened?
Everyone's awake right now. You guys are
We're
basically
all awake.
you guys are basically setting up camp. You haven't
I
finished.
mean, I
setting
guess
up.
I would ask if anybody understood what was going on.
You guys
I'm
have
on it.
understood what they were.
Yeah, you guys haven't gotten close enough to understand what the argument is about.
Okay, but Taoshal has stated that he's going
Yes.
to try and go figure out. Okay.
And
Then I'm
I
good.
can go sneak over there, listen, come back. You know, I'm sneaky like that. It's fine.
Okay. Durak,
All right, cool.
Durak, Ardor.
I'll probably just like watch them as they walk off.
Okay.
Continue setting camp up or whatever.
I'd be helping Ardor with camp.
Yep.
Because I am not sneaky at all.
Oh,
I'm
good.
not trying to. Yeah.
Senor Forgeborn, anything? You're muted.
There we go. I guess I'm alright, sneaky.
Okay.
I'll let them go ahead, just so there's like a medic in case of trouble.
Cool. So
Appreciate it.
yeah. So Thaljol, you
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
you kind of sneak your way over there. You can tell. Sadie, are you hanging back? What are you doing with all of this?
Nah. I mean, if they're gonna go, I'm gonna go with them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hang out at the camp and just let them get in a fight without me. I
Well,
think so.
Basically, Thaljol is going alone-ish. Durak is kind of following some
I will
space
add-
behind.
Do y'all need company, or you think you good?
Oh, you know, company's always appreciated.
I don't know. I'll cinch up and go with him, I guess.
I mean, hang back a little bit while I listen. You know.
Yeah.
Don't kick in the door, but you know, let's see if we can figure out what they're talking about.
I'm gonna hang way back.
Okay. You have no idea that you rolled a 6 on your.
Do I know he rolled a 6 on his stealth? I probably know.
I mean, everybody else like sees him perfectly fine.
he's like this.
Yes.
Hide behind the fucking houseplant that I brought with me.
Oh, that's good. All right. Well, what are we finding out? What's going on?
So as you get closer,
And-
the argument that is going on.
I'm gonna make a couple rolls just to see if I put this weapon in correctly. Just
That's fine.
disregard it.
You basically hear two people
I didn't.
arguing in circles about
What language?
common.
There we go.
Okay.
They're arguing in circles about whether a fish can tell if water is wet.
That's the wrong thing.
This sounds. All right. Well, the fish can tell
But
if water is wet.
But it sounds incredibly heated, like these two are about to come to blows. You also don't.
Have I ever read? Go on.
No, go on.
I was gonna say, have I ever read Alice in Wonderland? That's a joke. That's a joke. It's fine. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say you also haven't seen the
Now,
two
why?
individuals that are arguing.
Well, I'm gonna go back to my group and be like, they're arguing about an important topic of philosophical, a topic of great philosophical import, and I think we should introduce ourselves and help them with this argument.
Well, I mean, do any of us see anything, or just no? Nobody sees anything. We just keep hearing the voice.
You just
It's disembodied voices.
well, again, you're in a forested area, so it is very
Yeah.
possible that like it sounds like it's coming
And it's just echoing from another way. Okay.
from behind
Yeah.
behind that tree. It's obviously just behind that
Yeah.
tree.
I mean,
Wherever
we'll-
that tree is, huh?
All right. Well, I'll go with you. You introduce yourself if you want. I'll go with you.
You like topics of philosophy, Dirac? Could be even theological, depending on your interpretation.
All right, so I'm misunderstanding what are we looking at here? Is this like a cabin or something?
No.
Just
It's just some people arguing out in the
Yep.
middle of the woods. And of course, I happen to know that there are a lot of people out in the woods that happen to do things all the time, so it's not that unusual. And this does seem like a very good topic. Do fish understand when they're in the water that they're in the water and that they're wet? Or do they think otherwise? This seems like a very important topic.
is this
They
what
understand when they're out of the
Argue
water
about?
and dying.
They do.
Yes, but do fish feel wet?
No, because that's their normal state of being.
Well, you're not there.
You don't. You don't feel dry all the time. You just.
The fuck I
I
don't.
sure-
Outside
My
of the
ashy
water.
elbows say otherwise.
I was just gonna say, I do feel dry very much of the time. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm gonna argue that you as a person, granted, we have the cognitive ability to do so.
Okay, here's the question: when you yourself
Uh-huh.
are in water,
Uh-huh.
do you feel wet, or do you only feel wet once you get out of the water?
Yes.
Are we role playing the argument that they're having?
I think we are actually,
We
which
are
is
actually
really
the
funny.
voices from a different time, like a
Yep.
multivert.
Yes, my plan worked. I was just trying to come up with something that was just really dumb. I didn't actually expect it to spiral off like this, which is fun. Anyway,
Kind of perfect because Faye.
it is kind of perfect.
Yeah, I will come along, I guess.
Okay.
It could be of theological import, and we need a theologian there.
Cool.
I will
So
help
Durek,
settle this.
Durek is there, isn't he?
As seen
Yeah.
by the eyes of
yes. So Thal, Joel, Sadie, and Durak you guys are walking.
I'll go to a bar.
Yep. I need the three of you guys to roll me either a reflex save or an acrobatics check.
How can I tell which one's higher?
Oh.
One's E11, the other one is 8.
So the E11 is going to be your better one.
Oh.
Well, you rolled acrobatics first,
Well, I didn't know.
so you're getting.
I
your-
wanted to roll the highest one.
Well, you're
So
If
getting,
I had not been so dumb,
is
I would've rolled
T7
the better
better
one.
than T5?
so
yeah,
so,
I don't see like T5. Is a T better than an E?
So
No.
it's
because
whatever
T,
the number is
E,
what's
L,
important.
M.
Yeah.
Okay,
So T just means you're trained. E means you're
Got
an
it.
expert. M
Oh,
means
see?
you're mastered.
I would have definitely clicked the E. Can we just take my reflex roll?
We cannot because it's funny.
Oh, you're killing
So
me.
Durak, actually, all three of you guys.
It's a nat 20. You're killing me.
I know. That's my favorite part. All three of you guys, you're kind of walking. And there's a little bit of a crest in the hill as you're looking for this. It's a slight little slope. All three of you guys lose your footing, as if the ground underneath you is covered in grease. And you fall to your asses, and you slide down the hill about 15 feet until you basically stop sliding.
And while this sliding is happening, do we hear a whole bunch of laughter?
Give me a perception check.
I feel like the difficulty on this one will probably be pretty low. We'll see. Yeah, definitely. Lots of laughter.
You absolutely hear some chuckling and some laughter from up in the trees above you.
All right, so
in fact,
I'm gonna.
in fact,
Am
it
I
is-
hurt?
No, you guys don't take any damage from that.
Okay,
It's-
I'm gonna laugh pretty hard too.
The only thing that's hurt is a little bit of your ego.
yeah,
I mean-
I took embarrassment damage.
Like Thao, you're pretty well versed in like traversing the woods, and just like falling like this isn't a thing that you do.
Oh, they got me good. I'm gonna say in Sylvan, you got me good. You got me good.
Okay.
And they did.
Sadie, how are you feeling about this?
annoyed, wondering what the hell's going on. Like, is it the little fairy things, them little bug critters?
Katie, you know, they don't even mean anything by it. They're just looking for entertainment. You know how sometimes we go to the tavern, we throw
Ah,
peanuts at the guy playing the lute?
Yeah.
You know? Same
okay.
thing.
It's a prank.
It's just them. It's a
Trickster.
prank.
All right.
They're entertaining themselves.
It's just
They
a
don't mean nothing
It's
by
just a
it.
prank, bro. At
Johnny Knoxville.
Yes. So you guys get up. You.
I'm Direct Forge Board, and this is Jackass.
You guys get up, take a couple of steps further towards to where the voices are. They've grown kind of loud. Like you're looking around, like where are these like voices coming from?
You said they were up in the tree.
No, these are the voices that are arguing.
Wait. The laughter was different than the arguing
Yes.
voices?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they used fucking a spell to trick you into coming out. So they could watch
Maybe.
you slide down a greasy hill.
Maybe.
And then you kind of walk out into not really a clearing, but you walk around a tree, and you can hear in front of you the people arguing, but there's nobody there. You can tell absolutely right in front of you that's where the voices are emanating from, but there's nobody there.
So I say in Sylvan, what's the answer to the question?
Okay. Give me another diplomacy.
Crikey.
Oof.
I'm trying to be friendly.
You are, and I appreciate that. You're an elf, aren't you?
I am.
Okay.
A wood elf at that.
Yeah. So, let's see. Do you have? No, you do not. Bum, bum, bum. So in front of you appears a bucket.
A bucket?
No, just like a bucket, like a 2 foot wide, maybe 3 feet deep, just bucket.
Pretty big bucket.
Wooden bucket.
Is it full of warm water so I can bathe this grease off of me?
It looks like it is full of water. Yes.
Looks like.
Let's say keyword there.
Yes. Hey, do one of you blokes have a copper?
Yes.
I say blokes and dames.
I will pull out.
Bloke or dame.
Bloke's good. I'm good.
Well, could I borrow that copper, or just have it rather? I'll pay you back next
I'll
time I
toss you
get
the
a
copper.
chance.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you, where's our money in this game?
Under
It's on your
inventory.
inventory page.
Oh, okay. I see.
You got
okay.
your bulk, your encumbered, your maximum, and then your copper point, silver point, gold
Uh,
point, platinum point.
Thou Joel.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a wish for good life, good luck, and good health. Toss the copper into the water and see what happens.
You kind of flip the coin. It goes into where the water is, and it hits the ground. It doesn't splash or anything. It just lands on the ground.
Oh, so it's an illusion?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Would you like to attempt to
It
perceive?
seems very
whether or not it
illusory.
is? Yeah.
Alright, well, what do I have here that I can't afford to get wet or acid damaged? Alright, I'm gonna doff
So for
my armor.
yeah. So for what it's
Go on.
worth, I'm gonna just tell you that if you believe it to be an illusion, you can use your action. There's an action called the seek action to examine it and attempt to disbelieve it.
Can I do that while making clever jest?
Of course you can.
I want to do that while making clever jest.
Give me
diplomacy?
Yeah, give me another diplomacy.
Or is there something else you rather?
Diplomacy or performance. I will take either of those for what you're trying to do.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Like it.
Your performance is not great.
Well, you know what? I am not a born performer. I hope that they find that funny. And I'm going to attempt to disbelieve this tub of water.
Okay.
And where do I click?
Yep. So as you do so, you now notice that it is ever so slightly transparent. And you can see the coin just sitting on the dirt grass underneath where the bucket should be.
I pick the coin up, and then I toss it
Reach it in.
to Durak. Well, I toss it to Durak, back at him.
Okay.
And I go, thank you, I said I'd pay you back, and here it is.
You forgot the interest.
Punch you in the face.
Next time we hit the tavern,
All
I'll
right,
make
fair
sure that I'll pay the interest, the vig on that coin. Well, apparently I can't tell a funny joke, but I guess wood elf jokes aren't really that funny. Sadie,
They're very stiff.
they are very stiff,
Get the
but Sadie,
fuck
you
outta
tell
here.
you tell a good story on occasion. You got a good joke for these fey folk? I'll translate it.
Knock knock.
Who's there? And I'm translating this into Sylvan.
Okay.
Well,
I only caught half of that.
hold on, man. I'm working on it.
It's Googling it.
Yeah.
To interrupt.
Oh, okay. I'm like, knock knock.
Who's there?
Hatch.
Hatch who?
Bless you.
Did we hear any laughter from the trees?
Sadie, I'm gonna need you to give me a performance on that.
Fuck a man.
Hey.
You know what? Even a bad performance is still probably better than they normally get.
There you go.
Oh, she's way better than I am.
I didn't know we're forming an improv troupe.
So you hear a basically a sound that gives you the impression of acceptance. That's
Take a bow, Sadie. Take a bow.
You get the renowned Fey golf clap.
Not about, but I'm more like.
There you go.
We'll take it.
Give a little curtsy. Yeah, you know what? I'll bow. Give him a little curtsy.
Okay. All right.
Oh, excellent. I guess if that's that, yeah, go on.
Yeah, and at this point, I guess depending on what you guys want to do. Well, Thaljol, is there something else you would like to do?
No, I was just gonna. It seems like that their entertainment's done for the evening, as is ours. If that is the case,
Yep.
then I'll leave them be. Head back to the camp. I'll say probably something about wishing them well, and Sylvan, and see you soon, probably.
Thaljol,
Uh-oh.
roll me another survival.
Oh God, that one's a lot better. Okay.
All right. As you guys are making your way back up, you stop for a second, and then you remember to make a wide berth around the area that you slipped on.
I'm gonna laugh, chuckle pretty hard again.
Because because you notice as you are walking back up the hill, the sun hits it just right. In fact, you've probably seen this spell cast. It looks like the ground is quite literally covered in grease. And it was the area that you had slid down earlier.
I'm glad they were kind enough not to catch it on fire while we were on it.
The Fae aren't super into fire most of the time.
That's good. I know they can be mischievous, so they're unpredictable creatures.
That is very true. So, with that being said, you guys pack it in for the night. Nothing else happens or catches your interests or punches you in the face.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'm gonna try to get this grease off of me throughout the night. So,
Sadie,
sure.
that was a great joke. Why don't you tell more jokes?
I left that bard life long ago.
You were a bard? I didn't even know.
Back when I was younger, starting out.
How many hundreds of years was that?
About 2.
2 years
Not
or 200
too long
years?
ago.
I'm too ugly. Nobody liked me.
Oh, well, I'll keep this in mind when we start making social rounds. You better believe.
So, evening comes. You guys kind of start to rest, get your bearings, start kind of trying to figure out where you're headed on the day after this. You obviously have your 2 directions at this point that you would go. Theldra, what was your question?
Oh, I was going to ask if the weather's going to hold, but you know what? It'll be fine.
I mean, you can roll it. It may be relevant.
Now, let's see.
Maybe.
That's right.
Okay. You have a decent idea. It seems like it might be kind of warm tomorrow. But the wind and rain probably won't be too bad, if any. But it'll probably be pretty dang hot.
How are our food stocks?
You guys are fine. Presumably,
We forage every day?
Yeah, this area is lush with food. You're not really worrying about going through rations or anything. Short of you guys basically staying in like areas like cave systems that just don't have food in them, you guys can basically find anything.
Caves have food. It's just not food that you want to eat.
Well, sometimes. And again, it depends. Like I said, it depends. Like if it's a giant cave system that you're in, you're obviously not going to be able to feed yourselves all night. Whereas, if you're out in the forest. So, with that being said, the night goes. Sadie, on your watch, you notice a...
Brandon save?
Yeah.
Well, he timed out probably.
That's fine. I can pull him back.
Or maybe his dog unplugged the computer
No,
accidentally. I
he
saw
went
the dog
AFK.
going and doing stuff.
Oh, I forgot his video turns off. Hold on.
Sick kid or something.
Yeah, his kid's
Yes.
His kid's dying or
Yes.
something.
All right, everybody, switch your character sheets to the left. Let's do this.
All right.
Alright, come on, OBS. There we go. Nope. I'm gonna move him back out.
Davis, are you ever going to put our tokens onto our boxes?
Nope.
So people can... No? Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Alright. So, Sadie, you are sitting there, and you see two cats walking up towards you.
Like just in the woods.
Yep. One is white, and the other has a kind of a black-blue sheen to it.
Is it like, am I on a watch, or is this just kind of just while we're
Yep.
chilling in the
Yep.
woods?
It is. This is your watch.
I mean, they look like harmless domesticated house cats or non-domesticated rat-catching cats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blue Sheen.
I'm not doing anything. I'm like, here, kitties, come here.
Okay.
Try to pet one.
Cool. So they walk up to you, and they both sit down.
All right, I'm killing them because cats don't walk up to people like that.
Do what?
So I'm killing them because cats don't walk up to people like that.
I mean, this is true.
They would have made me walk to them.
Yep. That's not true. I've definitely met plenty of cats that will come right up to you.
They will.
But they
certainly will.
they both sit down, basically just out of your reach, and they just kind of stare at you.
That sounds more like a cat. Like they walk up
Yeah.
to you, but only enough to be like just out of arm's reach.
I'm gonna kind of get up from my watch and walk over and try to pet one, like scratch one of their heads.
Okay. They both kind of get up as you get up, and they kind of keep that distance.
Okay.
They're like they're keeping just 5 feet away from you. If you stop moving, they stop moving. If
All
you
right.
start walking back to the camp, they follow you back 5 feet.
All right. I'm at this point going over to Thaljol, and I'm like, "Hey, come on! There's more of that fey trickery stuff going on here.
So,
Get up!"
So for what it's worth, before you make it to him, one of them speaks to you
In common?
in common,
Golly.
and it says, "Oh no, that won't be necessary. We just wish to speak to you."
They love them knock-knock jokes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We can talk. Thaljol, get up.
So you're just like saying it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like talking to cats. I'm like, all right, that's cool. And then I'm kicking him with the heel, like, get up.
Well, no, they notice you're walking towards him, and they basically they try to stop you before you get close enough to like get to him.
Yeah.
Are you
I mean, unless they're physically stopping. No, I'm going to get him up.
Okay.
I mean, Brandon, what are you eating? Where'd you stop to get food?
It's cool. I didn't want any.
Grabbed a popsicle while I was at
I
Walgreens
was like,
getting that.
I was like, you ain't got to lie and say
Medicine.
JoJo's sick to go on a Steak and Shake.
Uh,
And they're eating chicken
the
on a
old-
stick from the Chinese buffet and shit.
the old shake and bake. Oh man. So,
Yeah, like I mean, it's face stuff. Cats don't talk for one. And he said if any weird shit happens to get him up. And we've had weird shit happen to us for like 3 nights in a row, so I'm waking his ass up.
so the other one.
Yeah, Sadie, what's up?
Yeah,
What's up?
So the blue gold or the blue black one, is the one talking, and then the white one just sighs as you wake up, Thaljol. And it says, well, I suppose he has been trying.
Oh, what's going on, Sadie?
So you literally are just hearing like voices.
Like we got
Thaljol.
so I don't okay. Look, there's 2 cats in this damn camp right now that are talking to me and telling me they only want to talk to me, and I was like, nah, let me get my master of the mystic fey arts and wake his ass up and get him in here.
Sadie, did you eat some wild mushrooms while we were out about?
I don't know, but I had that grease on me. That might have been
That's
something
true.
tricky.
And they both laugh. Both of the cats laugh when you say that.
Well, apparently, I think you have an audience, a fan club.
They kind of both and that was quite a good one. There, Pervalash. He says, well,
Do you know what they want, lady? I don't think they mean you any harm. You should find out what they want.
I mean, Thaujol, for what it's worth, like, you're seeing and hearing all of this, too. Like, you're awake enough. Like, at first, at first you were just hearing, like, 2 other voices, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? Because you literally woken up from a dead sleep.
Oh, yeah, and then I teased Sadie a little bit.
Or meditation or whatever, and now you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, they say, anyway, you seem like decent folk. Are you here to kick out the big meanies?
By big meanies, you mean the stag fella?
They kind of look at each other and...
Or do you have other big meanies?
They take a second. Well, I suppose he does wear that strange helmet. Or that strange thing on his face. Yeah, that sounds about right, yes. Him.
Yes, we're looking for the... Yeah, that's the person we're looking for.
Oh, well. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly where he is, but he is down south. I know there was some other of the mean biggies that were over to the east. And one of them takes their paw and literally starts drawing the forest area that you guys are in. Like, you can tell that it's basically like drawing out a map. And it circles or makes a note in a river where the Thorn River camp was. If you guys don't remember, that's where you guys fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The axe lady whose head Thaujol took.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
He says,
I did that.
He says, I know they were there, and quite problematic. Although we haven't seen them in some time. I think the others come from the south. But from what I can tell, you are wandering aimlessly?
I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, Thaujol's doing his best, but...
Oh, so you're
A
looking...
nod.
So you're looking for something.
We're looking for a temple or something down here. That's what we're actually looking for, but if we run across that stag fella, we're probably going to do him in too.
He says, oh. I believe I may know of where this temple is. And he kind of points again at the map. And he makes a note on the little map that he made.
With his little paw.
Ah, I see.
And he says, although it is well hidden, it has been quite some time, I believe, since anyone has visited it. Or maybe it was yesterday. Honestly, I can't keep track of these things.
More like can't be bothered to notice these things.
But if you are interested in finding it, there is a set of routes that you will need to find. The entrance is hidden behind those. And he kind of describes a little bit like how to find the place. It seems as he's describing it that it is very much it is hidden away. Like, it is not something you would have just stumbled across without actively searching for.
Okay.
He says, and with that, is there anything else that you were looking for in these lands?
He said that they don't know exactly where the stag guy is, right?
Correct.
But he's
Just
south,
somewhere to the
but he's
south. Yeah.
Okay. And do you point on the map?
As to
Like where the cat pointed?
Yeah, where he drew.
Oh, he put it. It's right here, right next to
Yep.
the thorn camp. It's this one.
Yep. Yeah. I know. I will. There you go. Temple.
Ah, perfect.
So that is likely where you guys need to go.
Right on.
That sounds like a good thing there.
So, with that being said, they kind of nod to the both of you.
Oh, polite nod back.
And the black blue cat kind of watch it for a second, and it's kind of its legs start to kind of turn into like a brown colored, almost like insectoid leg, as its front legs do, and then its back legs, and then like two more come out of its torso, and then in front of you you see the Grig kind of just sitting there, kind of just like winks and smiles, and kind of like slaps the other one and says, "All right, Purflesh, I believe it's time to go." And then the other one, kind of in a similar fashion, turns into the fairy dragon. Kind of looks at you and nods, and they both kind of just fly away.
See, Sadie,
Okay.
a really good knock-knock joke goes a long way.
I see that. I see that. Perhaps I should go back to being a bard then.
I mean, at least a little
A
bit.
traveling minstrel. Give up this life of hard labor and
Every party needs a good barbarian.
yeah.
Barbarian. That's a good one.
So,
all right.
presumably you guys head towards the temple.
We'll go through the place that we already know.
Yep.
We don't
You were
run into
already there.
anything terrible.
I think you moved yourself by accident.
All right, perfect.
And I will give you guys a quick little intro to this, and this is a perfect place to stop.
Davis was getting tired of us wandering around in the woods. He's like, well, these guys are not going to find this place.
No, that's literally what they're there for, is to help you find places. A thick tangle of brambles gives way to a large clearing in the woods. Its border is partially defined by ruined stone pillars. The western face of the clearing is dominated by a looming mass of rock nearly 300 feet across and rising into a moss-topped height of 100 feet in the center. The side of the towering escarpment
Yeah, escarpment.
facing the clearing has been carved in the likeness of an immense elk, its antlers drooping down from the weathered face to frame a 50-foot wide cave entrance. A flight of stone steps leads up to the entrance from the forest clearing.
If I were a stag lord, that's where I'd live.
The steps and the elk face both seem quite old and are thickly encrusted with moss. A 50-foot long oval pool in the middle of the clearing contains water thick with algae.
Edible algae?
You have no idea.
I mean, I
Only
rolled a
one way to
survival
find
check.
out.
No, there's another way to find out. I mean, there are multiple ways to find anything out.
I'm gonna say
You gonna get out your chemistry set?
I mean, I could feed it to something else if I think it might be poisonous. But you know, poisonous algae has its uses as well as non-poisonous.
this is stagnant water. Probably not.
Okay.
It's probably not what you want to put into your.
Don't want to
face.
put it in your mouth.
You can't put it in your butt though. That's safe.
Then is it poisonous or is it just not appetizing?
It would be like eating grass.
Yes.
At best.
I'm sorry, what was it?
At best, it would be like eating grass.
Yeah. So unknown if it's poison. Probably not, but unappetizing and non-nutritious. But nothing I could put on a weapon and make it infectious or,
No.
whatever.
Give it plus grass damage.
Well, if it's like if you wipe a little poop on a stick and then you stick someone with it, you
For
get that
fighting
deep infection.
It's also
I mean-
effective against demons and certain
It's not how you want to
religious
fight though.
beliefs. Yeah, salt and shit. And certain religious beliefs.
Did you
use
just load
salt
up a
and-
new map?
I did.
Yes,
He did.
Oh.
We have arrived.
We are at
And with
the
that,
place.
and with that being said, we will pick up
Next
here
week.
next week.
Start Temple Run.
Well, I'm gonna try to make it next week, but I'm also gonna be visiting family.
You
Again?
would.
I know. It's my 42nd birthday.
Nice.
You're old.
Yeah.
I see
I
that
know.
you got the mustache to go along with your bike ride, Davis.
I actually did this after said bike ride.
I see you were inspired by the bike ride.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll
To,
go
to
with that.
inaugurate yourself.
Are you trying to
Into
pick
the-
up
into the
some
bike
Harley
hood?
chicks?
Hey, he should have done that before he did that then, so he could have offered mustache rides.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
stopping. I'm
that-
stopping
that
this
works.
recording. Thanks for watching. If you are.